2 hours and 40 minutes.
Your Honor, they had
You have 90 minutes remaining. You have 90 more minutes. I'm controlling the progress of the case. That means over 4 hours with this witness.
Your Honor,
You have 90 minutes remaining.
Your Honor, I've got an ethical duty to actually effectively prosecute this
Okay,
case.
you're going to have to do it in 90 minutes.
Your Honor, the court's going to do what it's going to do, but at least allow me to be heard.
Go ahead. Say what you want to say.
They had the witness, the victim, on the stand for 3 days. They asked him question after question about his income, about more irrelevancies than I can add up. I'm going through video where the witness is impeaching himself left and right on the central issues in this case. And the court is saying, you got to hurry up. Your Honor, we have to be able to do our job. I'm not wasting time. I am asking questions that are getting important information. And when the court didn't limit them at all. This witness is as important as the victim in the case.
The reason Relly took so long is because he was so uncooperative and he would not answer a question. This witness is answering questions. Over 4 hours is enough. You have 90 minutes remaining. Just use your time wisely. That's it, 90 minutes. That's an hour and a half more. I'm sure you can get it done in that amount of time. Oh, anything?
No, sir.
No, Your Honor. Mr. Self, anything?
Or the defendant choose? Did you guys choose not to have security that night, or are you saying there was just no security available?
We had security for the complex con event. From there, we left. We were going to go to another show. But before that, we were going to communicate with Relly because we had another show the next day, which is complex con. So there was no need to have security. It wasn't going to be any issue. You know, these are friends. We've been friends for the past 20 years.
But you've indicated he's going to be out on a public street in Hollywood where he's a well-known individual.
Yes.
And don't you agree that given what you've said, that whenever he is out, that he is at risk?
He's very recognizable.
So my question is, isn't it true that the reason that you did not have any security with you that night was because there was a plan that Relly was going to be attacked?
That is not true.
Time to move on to another topic.
Now, you said it was, it said that it wasn't, back up. You said that ASAP Relly knew and said, hey, that's a fake gun, correct?
Correct.
Are you aware, was it common knowledge as far as you knew, that Mr. Mayers carried a property?
Yes.
And when you say it was common knowledge, where was the common knowledge? In other words, who knew that he carried a property based on what you know, general reputation?
Pretty sure his close friends, family, and circle. It wasn't something, because if he's out here telling people, yo, I just got a prop gun, you never know who could tell somebody else and put him in another dangerous situation.
So you're saying that it's not that everybody out there knows he's carrying a prop gun, it's just close family and friends, right?
Yes, and Relly was, because right before you hit this clip, you can see Relly with both his hands around Rocky's neck, or his hoodie, or whatever, right there.
And you're saying you have this independent memory of exactly what's on the video?
That's
Stop. From the only 2 or 3 times you watched it?
no, I just seen that.
Oh, okay. Let's back this up a little bit, please.
Like,
Stop. Isn't it true, Mr. Phillips, that Ills is trying to get Rocky off of Relly, is trying to get between them, is trying to push him back, and that the defendant continues to go towards Relly?
Objection, Your Honor, is a compound motion.
Let us stay. It's compound, sustain.
All right, I was trying to speed it up, Your Honor. I'll do one at a time then. Okay, back it up. What does Relly do? Stop. Right now, would you agree, Ills is grabbing the defendant who is between he and Relly. Ills is not between the two of them. The defendant is between. Is that correct? there, point to where Ills is. Point to where the defendant is.
Under here,
Point to where Relly is.
right there.
So how can you say that Ills is between the defendant and Relly when Ills is on the other side of the defendant?
Because if there's a person standing here and a person standing here, he's trying to get in the middle of it.
So I didn't ask you what he was trying to do. Listen to my question.
But he is getting in the middle.
Do you agree that this video shows Ills not between the defendant and Relly, but behind the defendant, grabbing him?
He's not behind the defendant.
He is, so it's your belief that this video does not show Ills behind the defendant?
No.
Okay? We go back slightly. Stop. You agree Relly has just gone off the screen, correct?
Yes.
You agree that the defendant is pushing him off the screen, correct?
He was pulling right.
Okay. So whether he's pulling or pushing, do you agree that Ills is not between the two of them?
This isn't the same clip that you showed me before, but right here, he's behind me.
Okay, so right now you agree Ills is behind, right?
It was behind right here.
Okay, now we're gonna keep the clip going. Stop. Is Ills still behind?
See, now, it was just behind him, trying to pull him away from Relly. And in this photo, you can see Relly with his hand around Rocky.
Okay, I want, you just said a second ago, in this image at this point, Ills is trying to pull the defendant off of Relly, correct?
In this image, he's trying to get the defendant off of Relly, while Relly is grabbing the defendant by his neck.
Listen to my question. In this image, do you agree that it shows Ills trying to get the defendant off of Relly, yes or no?
I'm not saying no. I don't think he's trying to get him off because you don't see Rocky a certain dominance right here. So I think he's just trying to get in the middle
Motion
to
strike
the
is non-responsive?
Ask another one. Go for it.
Keep the video going. Stop. Would you agree that at this point in time, there is no attempt where you have seen Relly trying to punch, kick, slap, do anything to the defendant?
So if you play from the clip before, you can obviously see him choking. So a few seconds later, no, he's not choking, but he was choking him.
Wait, so your testimony is now, we missed, he was choking, Relly was choking the defendant, is your testimony.
Yes, if you want to play the video back, you can see it.
Have you ever mentioned before this moment in court that you saw Relly choking the defendant?
What I said was,
Wait, answer my question, please. Have you ever said before this moment in court, ever, that you saw Relly choking the defendant?
no, because I never seen.
Motion to strike everything after no? Do you agree that Relly at this point in time does not have either of his hands on the defendant?
Correct.
Do you agree that Ills, at this point in time, is not paying any attention to Relly and is looking forward, trying to get the defendant separated because he's coming after Relly?
Objection, mark, full speculation, full statements.
Please play it. Stop. Do you agree that what you just shows Ills backing Relly up?
Yes.
Would you agree that as with the defendant, that Relly is considerably bigger and stronger than Ills as well?
Yes.
do you agree that knowing Relly and knowing Ills and knowing the strength between them, that if Relly had wanted to go forward and go after the defendant, that he had the ability at that point?
Possibly.
Possibly? I'm asking you, from what you've seen, does it look like Relly is in any way trying to go after the defendant?
Right then and there, you see his hand coming around him, so I'm not too sure what he was doing.
So, at this point in time, do you know if the defendant already has the gun out?
No,
You don't know.
no.
Let's run it, please. Did you see the gun?
Play it.
You can see right, you see the gun in his hand?
I see the prop in his hand, yes.
Do you see the gun in his hand?
Yes.
At this point in time, would you agree that the defendant is aggressively going towards Relly with a gun in his hand, and that Ills is trying to keep the defendant from making contact with Relly?
Can you rephrase that?
Would you agree that at this point in time, the defendant has a gun in his hand, is moving aggressively toward Relly, and that Ills is trying to prevent Relly from getting close to the defendant? I'm sorry, trying to prevent the defendant from getting close to Relly.
You have to rephrase it because
Sure, that's my fault.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you agree, at this point in time, defendant has a gun in his hand? Agree?
Okay.
Agree? Say yes?
Yes.
And do you agree that at this point in time, that the defendant is aggressively moving towards Ills and Relly?
Well, in this clip, because Relly was already grabbing him and kind of like, trying to little boy him, you feel me? So I just see Rocky just trying to get himself out of the corner. Just trying to get himself out of the corner, get himself from out of here. I'm not too sure what else is right here. He could have been backed up against the side of the garage wall. And he was just trying to get himself up out of that situation.
So you're saying the defendant is trying to get himself out of a bad
He's
situation?
just trying to get himself up out of here. He doesn't have the prop on Relly. He's not pointing the prop at Relly. He's not doing anything like that. So
Let me ask you something. At this point in time, can't the defendant simply have gone the other way and exited himself from the situation?
Objection, full speculation.
You were at the scene.
yes, I was.
When the defendant is moving towards Relly with a gun, was there anything preventing the defendant, as is shown in the video, from turning around and going the other way?
As you can see in the video, I'm not too sure how long this lasts. He does that exactly as soon as he's able to get up out of this space.
So it's your position that the defendant did not have the opportunity to go the other way, is that?
No, because Relly pushed him under the garage. The garage it's like it was built under something, so you can't walk through the wall. He had to wait till he got from under the garage so he could be able to get up out of there.
You agree that in this image that you've seen, and you were at the actual incident, the defendant has his finger on the trigger, correct?
No.
So you don't see his finger on the trigger in this video.
I do not see that.
Well, let's run it again. Do you agree that it appears that the defendant's finger is on the trigger?
I see his hand is on the prop. I cannot tell you if his finger is on the trigger. No.
So, at this point in time, is this when Relly yells, "Put that fake gun away"?
So as Rocky starts turning, yes, he says, "Put that fake ass gun away."
And your position is, I just want to be clear, that at this point in time, when that gun comes out,
Yes.
Relly knows it's a fake gun.
Yes, I believe that,
Okay,
yes.
continue. Stop it. Do you know what the defendant did with the gun after he pulled it out when they go off frame?
In this clip or another clip?
No, just listen to what I'm saying. You just saw the defendant take out the gun.
Yes.
You saw the defendant then go forward, which would be to the left of this video, so we don't see it. He goes off screen. You know what I mean by that, right?
Yes.
Do you know what the defendant did with the gun that he just pulled out when he went off screen?
Well, as you can see, he put it back into his waistline and he was leaving.
When did you see him put it back?
Well, when I was there, during this altercation, he put it back. It wasn't even out that long.
Well, so what I'm asking you is, play the image where he pulls it out. I'm almost, Your Honor, I can break in a 2 minutes if the court needs. So the gun is out.
Yes.
My question is not what did he do when he put it back? He pulled the gun out and he goes off screen towards Relly. What did he do with the gun when he went off screen?
Can you show me that again and rephrase that? Because
Yes.
I didn't see him on the screen going towards Relly.
Watch. There he is, off the screen. He had the gun. So my question is, do you know what he is doing with the gun at this point when we can't see him off screen?
Well, the gun is still down. He's still trying to put it back into his waistline.
Wait, so you're saying this video we've just seen shows him putting the gun back?
Look, can we rewatch the video?
Sure. I'm not talking about when he comes back. I'm saying at this point in time, you agree. What's that?
I didn't,
Witness has to rewatch the video.
We just did. You just watch it.
No, you just pause it. I'm trying to watch the whole video.
No, I'm not showing the whole video. I'm showing the part I want to show.
Nah, so can you show it in context? It shows when he puts the
No,
proper way.
Mr. Phillips, I'm going to show you what I want to show you. So
go ahead, show Mr. Phillips what you want.
I just showed you that image. My question is, you would agree that the defendant takes a gun out, the gun is out, they go off screen with the gun still out. So what I'm asking you is, do you know what the defendant did with the gun when they went off screen?
Yes, he was still trying to put it back in his waistline. The gun was down, so I believe he was trying to put it in his front belt, but he couldn't. So that's when he turned around, he readjusted and put it to like the side.
Wait, so your testimony is that he pulled the gun out, and then immediately after pulling the gun out, tried to put it back.
He didn't pull the gun out. So, like I said, from him getting pulled by Relly, his clothes weren't secure. So his clothes weren't secure, the prop clip wasn't secure. You feel me? So he didn't pull it out. He's a dominant right hand. He would have pulled it out with his right hand, I'm guessing. Here, he's using his left hand to adjust it the whole time.
So you saw the gun out, correct? You saw the gun out of the clip, correct? The gun gets removed.
I seen it, only seen it when he was trying to adjust it back into his clothes.
Last thing to show you, I want you to see when the gun first comes out, when we see it on the screen. Gun is already out the first time we see it. So you're watching, gun is stopped, the gun is out right now, do you agree?
Yes,
It's in the defendant's hand, do you agree?
yes.
You're not telling us that the gun fell out of the clip and just happened to go in his hand, right?
The gun, it would have fell on the floor. It's inside his pants. And it's a clip, so I feel as though he grabbed it while it was falling. He just grabbed it with his hand, just to secure it. He's not pulling it out, he's not pointing it. He's actually trying to secure it and keep it down.
So your testimony is,
Finish the thought. I'm gonna-
your testimony is that his pants were falling down, and so he reached back to get his pants up and grabbed the gun accidentally to prevent his pants from coming down, and that's why the gun is out. That's your testimony?
Can you rephrase that?
So your testimony is that the reason the gun came out was because his pants were falling down. And so he reached back to try and make sure his pants didn't come down and unintentionally grab the gun.
Yes.
We can resume on Monday, Your Honor.
All right, folks, please be outside the courtroom doors.